And now we want to our next character. Then what can we do into text to column? Now, one function in the previous session, we will discuss the left, right, and mid function. At that time, we will also call as left, right, and mid function. We will not use single function. This is a combination of any function merged with any function. It will be used. For example, at that time, we will find out with data from this value. Here is a data. We go for the data tab, text to column, delimiter fixed width. We will not use with fixed width, and our other operator is we can use this other operator next function and finish this function. You can use this functionality also. Otherwise, else you can use the different functionality if it is without using of text to column. For example, without use of text to column functionality, then what can we do in the text to column functionality? First, we will find out search function. Search is what? We can search this operator. So find text within a text and the start number. Find text is what? This one operator we will find out. Within a text, which text is available? This one is our text. This is our text. It is available from here. This is comma and this is our text. Then start the number. The number it will be started. Start the number. For example, it will be from the first character. So here the search is written the number of characters. You can see here the 6 character. Raised. D is our first, R is our second, E is our third, S is our fourth, and fifth is also S. And this one operator, dash operator, is our sixth number of operator. We want to only for trace, we don't want to the trace dash operator. So what can we do? If I'm using of left function, left this character and number of character is this. For example, this is yes, trace is coming, but trace with using of dash operator is coming. So I want to use this minus operator. The trace value is coming. Now track this functionality. You can see here the track the functionality and easily find out this value with using of tracks functionality and do this. So this is a without using of text to column. You can use the search functionality. You can search the text without using of trace functionality. You can use this functionality and easily find out this value. This is called as result. So this is our data when we use this text to column, and this is our data we will use the without text to column. We will use this without text to column. This is without text to column file. And this is with text to column file. Control plus, this is a shortcut key we will use. This is with using of text to column. Text to column, and this is without using of text to column. Margin center, and this one is with using of text to column. So this is two types, with using of text to column and without using of text to column. This is both the way you can preferable, but in the some cases text to column is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because there are two spaces available. Some type of name is one space is available, space is not available, no any special character. At that time you can find out easily with bifurcate of any special character you can use, otherwise else you can use the functionality you can use. This is without use and with use of text to column functionality. This is text to column functionality. Delimiter and fixed width both we will be discussed in the previous session. And this is text function, this is date function. If any textual data, any numerical data, you can use this format with using of text to column functionality. Yes friends, now we will discuss the if functionality. In this if functionality, if multiple if, then if or and, then if and or, this is all are the very useful functionality in the Excel. Then how it is used, how we can do this? For example, if, what is a logical text? Logical text, it means that we will give the any logical formula, any logical thing. This is called logical text formula. Second, value is true, and third is value is false. If the value is true, then what can we do? If the value is false, then what we can do? For example, here sales plus text value, this is greater than 1000. For example, why we use the if? For example, if no any function is available at that time, we will use the if function later. If this value is true, then what can we do? Value if true, then if value is true, then we can add sales plus tax plus value 100 greater than 1000. If it is greater than 1000, if value is true, then we will minus 100. If this value is false, then what can we do? This value plus we will add 100 rupees. Now you can see here this value is less than 100, then we can add the 100 rupees plus. If it is greater than 100 minus, you can see here exactly this is 100 plus, here is a 100 minus, then all this value. So you can create your own rules with using of multiple if functionality. This is called as a if value is true, value is false. For example, I cannot understand the functionality of if, so I'm confused this functionality. Why we can press the F2 functionality. Now you can see here the all the data, how it is coming, how it is work. It will be easily match that. If functionality, logical text, two parameter is optional, value is true is optional, value is false is optional. You can give this argument also, you can don't give this argument, then it's okay. If I want to go for this value is greater than 1000, now enter this value or okay, this is value is true, value is false. The formula type an error. This is, we cannot give any false part or true part, so this is like confusion from there. So we will comma and check that this is zero value. At that time he cannot give any error, but Yes, we want to put two commas. We have no any arguments, so it will be return a zero value. So it will return the zero value. Now multiple if values. This is multiple if parameter. This value is greater than 1000, and second if, and quantity is greater than 100. Both the criteria is matched at that time, you can use this functionality. If value is greater than 1000 and if G3 value is greater than 100, then this value minus 100, otherwise else this value plus 100. Now you can see here, this is a complete your bracket of second if. Now what is the difference? The first if I am not write down any argument, we break this argument and enter, this will return the false. Why it is written the false? Because here you can see that this value is greater than 1000, value is not greater than 1000, but this value is greater than 150, so it will be added 100 in J3, but it will be create an error because first argument, that is a not following the false part. This is a ultimately false argument because both the argument is fulfilled at that time. You can do for your true part. If it is both the argument is not wrong, if it is wrong, then go for the false part. Here the false part is only available from the second argument. First argument false part is not available. So what can we do? Then we can go for this argument plus 100 argument. So now you can see here, this argument plus 100 argument. So give the false part into second times this value plus 100 value. So this part will become from the second time. This value is 1088. You can see here this value is greater than 1000. This no, this value is not greater than 1000. This value is greater than 100. This value is greater than 100. The both the argument 1000, both the argument is fulfilled, then minus 100, otherwise else plus 100. This both argument is not fulfilled because this value is less than 1000 values, that's why it will be plus 100. For example, this value is greater than 1000, for example 1088, then you can see here minus this value. Why it is minus? Because both the argument is fulfilled, so at that time it will be minus this value. Now you can understand easily, this is called multiple if. When we put the multiple if, you can see here, that is the color of the bracket is different. Here you can see is a green bracket is completed, here is a black bracket is completed. So you can easily find out that how many bracket is open and how many bracket is closed. You can easily find out this. So multiple if at that time, you can only error with your bracket. So make sure that all the bracket is over or not, and last bracket is only for black color bracket. So whenever close the green color bracket and all this bracket, this is a very time consuming. So we can only see that only for bracket complete into the color of green color bracket, and last is uh, black color bracket. Two bracket is open, then two bracket is closed, is very important part in the multiple if functionality. Now if or and functionality. If logical text value is true, value is first, what is the and functionality? A and D, and logical text 2, logical text 3. If this value is greater than 1000 and this value is greater than 150, it will only return true and false part, and is always return true or false part. Here you can see this value is greater than 1000 and quantity is greater than 150, that will return the true. So AND operator always return true or false part. For example, AND is what? Both the parameter is fulfilled, and OR is what? Or it's mean that only for one parameter is fulfilled. For example, we will write down OR functionality, or logical text 1 greater than 1000, logical text 2 greater than 150. Both are not fulfilled, so it will return false. If I write down this value is, yes, J3, okay, J3 and G3. Uh, for example, here it is true, here it is false. For example, if one value is greater than 1000, here is not, it is not greater than 150. If it is 120 and I'm write down 1088, then it will return true. Why it is written true? Because one parameter is fulfilled, one is not fulfilled, or it means that only one or two parameters fulfilled, and is mean that you can fulfill two parameters. So that is the difference between and or. And or always display the logical value only for true and false value. It will not 1 and 0 value. For example, in the Excel language, it will return 1 and 0. This is true and false value. Now you can easily understand what is a AND operator, what is a OR operator. You can give the logical text 3 also. Logical text 3 also. Days is greater than 300. This is a true part. If it is, for example, this is a greater than 300. Here is value is 988, for example. So here it is true value. Why it is true value? Because days is also coming from this way. So this is called as and or operator. You can use this easily. Now with using of, if with using of AND operator, logical text 1 and logical text 2. Now if an AND operator, you can say that this is called multiple if function. You can use this way, otherwise you can use if and AND functionality. Now if AND functionality, this is logical text functionality. For example, same rules. Which rules we will use in multiple if functionality, that rules we will use in if and AND functionality. So how it is used for if and AND functionality? Then this value is greater than 1000 and quantity is greater than 100, then value is true and value is false. Value is true is what? This value plus 100 otherwise else this value minus 100. If it is not, it is a error because we not completed the and bracket. At that time it will be error. We can press yes, it will be considered 888. If both the parameter is completed, then plus 100, otherwise else minus 100. 1000 and greater than 100. This value is not greater than 1000 and this value is, so it is not plus this value. We can rules, if it is interchange this value, we can use this value. It is minus and it is plus, then you can use this value. If or and operator, you can use this operator, if and and. You can see that if and that is called multiple if functionality. If I am use if and or functionality, then we can also use if and or functionality. If, for example, or this value is greater than 1000 and this value, sorry, quantity is greater than 100, it is not fulfilled two criteria, it is only fulfilled one criteria. This is a ending bracket of the or functionality. If the value is true, if the value is false. If the value is true, then this one value minus 100. If this value is false, this value is plus 100. Round bracket is not completed, so round bracket is automatically completed from your side. Both the functionality, one functionality is fulfilled, then minus 100. One functionality is not fulfilled, then plus 100. Here is a minus 100, greater than 1000 or greater than 100, then minus 100, otherwise else plus 100. Here is a plus 100, this is plus this value. This is called multiple if functionality. This is called if, multiple if, and or if and if or functionality. Which one we will use this functionality? This is the best functionality. We can use multiple if, not we will use only for two times. If we will use three times, four times, if we will use this functionality, so we can easily use this functionality. If we will use the three times, if we can use this functionality. For example, we will use the multiple if functionality with using of three if. For example, if and quantity is greater than 100, sales plus tax is greater than 1000, and the third functionality, days is greater than 300, three value is fulfilled, then sales plus tax plus sales tax. If three functionalities you fulfill, then sales plus sales tax plus sales before tax. If it is not fulfilled, then J3 value, this value minus 100 value plus 1000 values. We can put this value, enter. This is 1988 because one functionality is not added. So if three criteria, this is greater than 300, if this is 1088, if it is quantity is greater than 150, three criteria is added, then you can see here total of this value is 2076. Here is value is 2076. So this is ultimately criteria. You want your criteria, you can put your criteria in a multiple if functionality, multiple view with using of or operator also, multiple you can using of and operator also, multiple if with three if condition, and operator, and multiple if with three if condition with or operator. Now we will use if functionality. We can use or functionality if this value is greater than 1000, otherwise else this value is greater than 150, otherwise else this value is greater than 300, then this value plus this value plus this value if it is fulfilled. If it is not fulfilled, then this value plus 1000 value. This is called OR operator. This is called AND operator. Now you can easily find out this. What is the difference between AND operator? What is the difference between OR operator? Here is a value error because here is a not any value. We can put it the value, so it will be convert to the result and so on. So you can easily find out this value with using of if, multiple if, and or, if and or, if or, multiple if with and or. This is three criteria, two criterias, one criterias, any of multiple criteria. If you have a 50 criteria, you can put the 50 criteria here. If you have a two criterias, you can put the two criterias here. This is only for depending on you, but you can see here the bracket color, that is a different bracket color is also available, so you can easily find out what place I'm wrong. We cannot close, yes, last bracket is not closed, then it's okay, but in between of this bracket is not closed, this is a not okay from you, because in between of the bracket you want to close this bracket necessary. So make sure that in a if functionality the bracket close is very important part from your side. So please, after closing of bracket you can do everything, otherwise else you can, if not bracket properly, not opening bracket properly, so it will be create a error. So make sure that your bracket completed is properly on this time, because if it is not properly closed, not properly open, it will create an error. You can see here the bracket closing and bracket opening. This is bracket closing, here is a green bracket, here is also green bracket, so it is very necessary to close this bracket. Okay, thank you. Discuss the next topic in the next video.